All right, live Tuesday night. Hi, I'm Wild Joe. This is Dive Bar Comedy. We've got our regular cast of characters and some new people and some new old people that are back from our very first Dive Bar Comedy podcast episode number 1. So it's going to be a fun show tonight. I'm going to turn it over to Carol Newell, who will play our theme song by the late and great GT.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Take it away.
I wake up when the sun goes down. I wake up when the sun goes down. I wanna do some comedy. I wanna do some comedy. At a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar, at a dive bar. I can't say what I wanna say. I can't say what I wanna say. Uncensored. Dive bar comedy. Dive bar comedy. Dirty bag nasty 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 comedy. Dive bar comedy.
Yeah. Woo! Dive Bar Comedy!
It's just me, or did it look like a blank screen there playing
It
the song?
did, but
Carol,
I don't know what happened.
how many weeks? And we're still having technical difficulties, man.
You know what? It's the man.
You know what? I've been watching Winnie the Pooh lately, and I don't know if you guys remember this, but there's a thing called the Baxter. The Baxon? And it cuts holes in your socks. It makes babies cry. It wakes them up. It it does all these bad things. It makes your internet go down. Anyway, we could just blame it on the Baxon. But all right, you guys. Nobody, that's an inside joke to people that have toddlers or who are stuck in their childhood. All right, let's introduce our comics tonight. I'll just go in the order I see them. I have got Mary Becquet.
Yes, hey.
Hi, I've seen you at Dow Comedy Studio doing some sets at the women's only mic. I used to try to make it there many Monday nights as possible. So yeah, it's great to have you on. How are you doing tonight?
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me, man. I'm doing great. Although, it's such a rough weekend. It was so hot. I don't want to whine, but
oh yeah, like record breaking this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And a lot of people were at the beach, and I knew some people went to Palm Springs. I was like, why would you? I don't care if it's Labor Day or what day it is. Why would you go to Palm Springs when it's like 120 degrees outside?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it does not make any sense. I went to Palm Springs in June once, and all their malls are outdoors. There's no trees. There's no shade anywhere in the whole. It's miserable. It's like not a nice place to be in the summer at all.
It's totally hot. Yeah.
Anyway, so what have you been up to, Mary, to keep out of the heat, keep yourself occupied?
Speaking of Dow Comedy Studio, I'm going to do their fundraiser thing on October 11th. I don't know if anybody else is doing that. Yeah.
Nice.
And I love that place. Really, I started doing comedy with Bobby. But to keep myself busy this weekend, actually, I went up to wine country because I was like, oh, let's sit inside and drink. You had to sit outside, you guys. I'm so sad. Look at my face.
But was it just as hot there as it was in LA?
Yeah, it was like 114. It was up in Paso.
Jesus.
Oh man.
A chore.
All right, for people who are new to you. Where'd you come from, and how did you get started doing stand-up?
Oh man, I grew up in Texas, but I started doing comedy here with Bobby Oliver, and then I moved back to Texas for a while and did it there. And you know what? It's easier to get into clubs when you're not in LA, right? So I was glad that in my earlier years I was living in Texas. Yeah.
Nice.
Then I moved back here about 3 years ago, so I've been trying to hit it hard. Yeah, and
nice.
I do like a big believer in helping women in comedy. So I co-produce a show at Flappers.
Oh, great! They're doing a lot of virtual shows now.
Yeah, all 100% virtual.
Okay, I thought they might have stayed open because they do have pizza. Some restaurants, well, they have more than just pizza. They have pastas and
right.
Cookies.
Who's scoffing at the Flappers pizza? How dare you? Yeah,
yeah. I know some restaurants are. I'm always confused what's open and what's not. Like restaurants were open, now I think they're not open anymore. Seems like
you have to eat outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
they have a patio. They do have.
They all have
patio
patios
also.
now, and they
But
all have
maybe it's
outside
just
seating.
Huh.
Yeah, so
Wow.
just doing the comedy thing, trying to keep like all of us trying to keep our art form alive, right? Just let me tell some jokes somewhere.
Yeah, because you get rusty if you don't do stand up for it was supposed to be 2 weeks. Now it's been almost, I don't know, half a year.
Yeah.
6 months.
Oh.
Yeah. So I feel like the quarantine, you go outside, it's like mad traffic everywhere. I feel like nobody's doing it anymore. I don't know. I'm home with 2 babies, so I'm home all the time anyway. Yeah. And I'm obviously more germophobic and scared to go anywhere, but it just seems like people kind of like are sneaking their way out.
They are. And you know
little
what?
by little.
During the day up by all those wineries, everybody was wearing masks as long as they were sober. But like 7 p.m., nobody. Like we were like, oh my God, we got to go back to the Airbnb.
Well, they make your face sweat when you're out in the heat. It really you're sweating under that mask. So.
Everybody's like, I'm done.
And they're drinking wine and they're outdoors. They figure like, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, I like these Zoom shows. We can see each other's face. The world can see what we look like.
I do. I miss the socializing, like before, after the show. Kind of hanging out. I do. And I miss live audiences. It's super hard to ask questions or talk to the audience, right? On these shows. Yeah. But like on the plus side, you do not have to wear pants. So. Have on my pajamas. Look.
Nice.
The parking is great on the Zoom shows too.
Parking. Yeah. Very convenient. All right, Mary. Well, thanks for coming on. And I can't wait to hear your set.
Thanks for having me. Thanks.
All right. Okay. We've got next. On my screen, I see Chip Nicholson.
Yo, what up?
You came recommended by Carol. And,
I'm just
I'm sure I've seen you
at the
around
bar,
because I know your
like
name.
every other. Just being an alcoholic.
I like your bar. I had to switch bars because mine looked exactly like yours. So
you can be caught dead in the same bar with me, huh? Okay, I see how it is. Oh, okay.
It's like my little sister would go to a restaurant when I was a kid, and I'd order something. She'd order the same exact thing. So I would change my order, and then she would change her order. So.
Oh, it's a complex. Well, how does that make you feel?
I don't like people. I don't like to copy anybody. Copying me. So gotta have my own bar. But,
yeah, you were wearing red before, weren't you? You had to change.
I had to change. What is that? I was wearing that Nike swoosh shirt, and I had to change. Yep. All right, Chip. You look athletic. You've been working out. What have you been doing during this downtime?
I've been doing the opposite of working out because I tore my Achilles in December. So I've just been trying to get. Yeah, I've just been trying to get that back online. May it was the first time I was able to get out of my shower without crawling on all fours.
Oh no!
So I'm just trying to get back to square one.
How did you tear your Achilles?
Crazy story. I worked before we all got furloughed pre-COVID. I worked at the Hollywood Improv, and I was hosting a show while food running, and I tore my Achilles trying to do both.
Must have hurt.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Wow.
So okay, like okay, here's the thing that sucked was because like okay, if you're in a regular like job, if and there's something that happens that's like bad, like everybody knows the protocol, right? Like there's the kit to go to, you call the people. I got hurt I tore my Achilles at a comedy club, so I had my
They just laugh at you.
No, it was so like because I had my arms underneath like my coworkers, and they were hobbling me out to the front, and one of my other coworkers thought it was a joke and just starts tickling me. So I'm in pain.
Whew,
Wow.
getting hot in here. Sorry, you guys. Open up the window. If people didn't hear me, I have a mosquito in the bathroom with me. I'm actually in my bathroom right now. And so if you see me like wigging out and suddenly like clapping the air, it might be because one of the comics is very funny, or I might be trying to catch this thing. Have you guys read about this new mosquito? It's called the Andes. I think it's from South America. It's like an Andes mosquito, and it's like super powered, and they're taking over LA starting last summer. And they bite all times of day. They mainly bite your ankles. They bite over and over and over again. And they have like little stripes. So I don't know if that's the kind I've been coming across, because I killed a couple. I didn't see any stripes on them or anything, but
that sounds
We
like
need to stop immigration, guys. We need to put up
They're-
a bug wall.
2020.
I want a bug wall.
they're from South America. New kind of mosquito. Anyway, Chip, what's been going on? So the Improv, is it totally shut down as well, or anything going on over there?
Yeah, no, it's totally shut down. They're starting to open up drive-in movies or drive-in comedy, you know. So they're trying to do that. We'll see how that goes.
What do you mean? Like they're driving where? Where are they driving into?
Like if you think of like a drive-in theater.
Yeah, but are they driving into the parking lot of the Improv?
No, they're renting out like drive-in movie theaters and doing it out of there
at different places.
Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, and then at the Improv, what they're trying to play with is having the people on the patio, and then you know how like at the Hollywood Improv they have the screens up, you know, on the outside patio showing the different show dates. So they're gonna have the comedian projected onto the screen for the people on the patio. The comedian's gonna be inside, like the lab or the main room.
I see.
Yeah, so that they're going through a couple ideas like that, but nothing is necessarily sticking because of the county. The county's right now is really strict on opening up for movie theaters and, you know, comedy clubs and stuff. That's what the tier we're in.
Yeah, the bars opened for like a week or two, and then they shut back down. We ended up doing a show during that time, and it seems like the only thing that's not open are bars and I guess the inside of restaurants. I don't know. Are gyms open? Does anybody?
No, gyms aren't open.
Gyms are still closed, right?
Yeah.
That seems like a breeding ground for germs. So
yeah,
I don't know. All those people breathing heavy and sweating all over the place.
Anyway, that's not
Chip,
my prerogative right now.
Where'd you come from? How'd you get into comedy?
I started stand-up comedy in San Diego. I started at like the Madhouse. I call it the 1.0 Madhouse. It was the original Madhouse. And then I got hired at the Comedy Store, and I worked there for like most of my years in San Diego. And then I moved up here after graduating from SDSU.
Oh, cool. You've been in it for a long, long time.
And you've
been in the right places because you're working at the clubs.
Well, I mean, I just wanted to do as much comedy as I could and meet all the coolest people. But like all the fun people are at the clubs, you know?
Yeah, and when you work there, they put you up instead of just hanging around and hoping to get up like most people.
Yeah, it's like I thought of it like it's like when I was working at a comedy club, I felt like a dolphin in the ocean versus when I wasn't working, I felt like a surfer coming to the ocean.
Yeah. I mean, when you're on a show, it's fun to go to the club. When you're not on the show and you're just kind of lingering, I personally start to feel awkward doing that over and over again if I'm not on anything. But then again, you are making connections, you're meeting people, you might get up somewhere else, you know. So
you're a sponge.
A point to hanging out and lingering, but I don't really like doing it unless I'm on a show. So
So
Yeah.
that's why I liked working at the comedy clubs, because
Yeah.
we'd be getting paid
Something
to
do.
hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ideal.
You know?
Oh, I see the mosquito again. Anyway,
Get it.
all right, Chip.
Get it.
I can't wait to hear your stuff. And sorry if I'm like trying to kill during this show. All right. Okay, and now we have a special trio: Edgar Mota, Danny Archila, and April Cowgirl, who were all on #1, numero uno, very first ever episode of Dive Bar Comedy, the podcast. We're up to episode 108, I believe this is now. And I just decided to have a listen and start back at #1. And I heard you guys and I said, hey, I haven't heard from them in a while. Let's get them back on the show and see what's going on. So let's talk with you. And some of you guys even remember that day. I'm going to start with Danny. Danny, you were at the show that we recorded for episode 1 of the podcast, and you were telling me that your dad was there and that Tommy Morris, the general manager of the Comedy Store for, I think, 13, 14 years, was also there, and you wouldn't stop talking to your dad and whispering in his ear. So what happened?
My dad and I, we're pretty chatterboxy ourselves, but we're also like the prime example of hypocrisy, to where like we don't like talking for long amounts of time to people, but we'll like entertain them anyway. So I feel like, you know, we were having a good time. I was really excited because I thought, oh, cool, my dad saw me do a set. It was shit. Not a lot of people paid attention to it, but like I still did it. And my dad got to be convinced that, hey, I'm doing something out here in LA. And yeah, Tommy Morris walked up to us afterwards, and I thought he was cool, but I was worried my dad was like kind of annoyed by him. But you know, he does this nice thing that I kind of do as well, where he just kind of listens with like the intent eyes. And he's just like, oh, like, yeah, I know.
And he doesn't know who Tommy is either. That's the thing. If you've been around, hanging around the Comedy Store, trying to get spots for years, you know, then he's like somebody you really look up to. But if you're just somebody's dad going to a random bar, you
that's
don't
like,
know who the heck he is. So
exactly. I mean, it's like if he introduced me to like the engineer that was behind designing you know, the Transformers ride at Universal. Like, okay, cool, you're that guy. Where's our free tickets? Come on. Yeah, because he does theme parks. But I don't know, it was a good time. It was fun.
So what have you been doing these days? You've been doing any stand-up or any Zoom shows or distance shows?
Yeah, I've been doing a couple of Zoom mics here and there. This will actually be my first Zoom show, so you know, of course we know how to go. I brought nobody as usual, but besides that, I've just.
I wonder we weren't booking you anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was always going on at last, but besides that, I just, you know, been writing and drawing a lot, trying to keep myself occupied. Went through a breakup. I felt pretty good about it afterwards, though. 'Cause it's just like, you know, you get that weight off of you, you know, so it's like I feel liberated. I got a good job now, so, you know, I'm not so insecure about unemployment. You know,
when did you get a job? You got a job recently in the last few months?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's a fun job, and I mean, as far as comedy goes, I've actually been able to find like a couple of open mics out there. There's this great one in Santa Monica I go to like a lot of Thursdays, ran by this guy Pete Getty. It's real fun. I've seen Chip there a couple of times. You know,
Is it on the beach?
No. It's like right down the street from the Arsenal bar, but it's specifically, I think, Bundy Avenue, Pico and Bundy.
But
so.
is it an indoors location?
Well,
we might not want to be too descriptive. The cops might be listening if they.
Oh yeah, I'm like, wow. No, I got invited. To this.
Keep it to the direct message, Doc.
No, you know, I'm not important. I am not important enough for anybody to pay attention to. As far as I'm concerned, everybody in the Facebook chat has gone to the bathroom. This is their bathroom break. No, but I mean, it's just you know, at his home. It's outdoors and it's fun.
Nice. Nice. And how long have you been doing comedy and where you come from?
Oof.
You don't have to tell
well,
us.
no, I'll tell you. I'll try to tell myself. I did my first set in Moore Park, California, in 2015, and
Okay.
I was on and off for a couple years, and then like 3 years, I think I've been doing it more consistently. But I came from Florida, and the reason why I even wanted to move to LA is because I wanted to write, I wanted to get away from my family, I wanted to find myself. And I think the most important thing is that I wanted important problems. I wanted to if you know me, I'm a bitchy little guy. I just complain a lot. I'm very particular. I don't deserve to be alive. I mean, maybe I deserve to be loved, but by the right people. And it's just like, I wanted to be around a place that would kind of, I guess, make me more disciplined, if not, pretentious with an edge. So that's why I'm here, I think, and I would hope that comedy's made me a better person. I don't know. You tell me.
Well, it seems like you have a clear sense of what you were looking for out here. I didn't come out here for anything like that. I came out here because I watched Beverly Hills 90210. I thought it looked really cool, and I wanted the glamorous life. That was me.
Oh, all right. No, that's trendy, of course. And I think just that's the weird thing about moving anywhere. It's like, you kind of just learn more by being by yourself after a while. And I think I feel more in touch with myself. I'm not masturbating, if that's what you're asking, but I mean, I don't know. I feel good.
Well,
yeah.
I'm glad you're on, and can't wait to hear your new material because it's been a while.
I can wait. I can actually get kicked off the show, and I would be totally satisfied. Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, Edgar Mota. What's up, Edgar? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been like what, 108, 107 shows.
It was 2 years ago at least.
2 years, wow.
Maybe 3. It might have been 2017, 2018.
18. It might have been 18. I kind of still remember it too, like the whole show and everything.
Yeah.
I remember like they had the Dodgers game on while at the same time we had our show, so we had to compete against that. And there were 2 drunk dudes in the bar heckling the comedians.
That sounds like a typical dive bar show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, what did I get myself into?
That's the whole thing. That's the reason we started the show, is because dive bar comedy was like, you're going there, people are watching the game, nobody's even paying attention, they're heckling you. You got to deal with all these drunks that don't care about your comedy set. And it's a whole different environment than a comedy club. So it can get wild.
It went easy. I mean, it was I would say it was a good set that night.
Yeah.
The distractions, but yeah, it was good. It was good.
So how'd you get into comedy?
Let's see. I started out in Chicago, which is where I'm from.
Woo!
Thank you. the first open mic I think I did was it was called Artist Cafe, which I don't know if you guys have been in Chicago, probably not, but it's usually right by the Roosevelt train station. And I knew the guys really well. I knew them really well. And then from there, I at the time I was also taking comedy classes in Chicago as well. So I was doing shows and studying, and that was basically I was doing one or the other. Didn't have to work because I was still living with my parents at the time.
Like improv classes or stand-up classes?
It was improv, writing for sketch, acting classes for drama and comedy. So like both of them, and then like a few comedy curricular activities like improv clubs, sketch clubs, comedy clubs, things like that.
Nice. So then, how long have you been in LA? Few years?
I've been in LA, I think almost 3 years. I started in 2017, so yeah, almost 3 years, because it's I moved in August, so it's almost gonna happen. That my 3-year anniversary is coming up.
Wow. And then what have you been doing? You've been doing any Zoom shows, or what kind of shows you've been doing lately?
I've been doing some Zoom shows. I did what was it? 2? It was 2 in Flappers, and I did one that's based in San Francisco, but Zoom, there's no really exact location. So I did that one, but either I'm doing, but either that or I'm working or taking classes. Zoom, of course.
Nice. So you're busy guy.
Yeah. It's kind of, I kind of wish I wasn't, but I at the same time I kind of have to be busy.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, it's good to see you again, and it'll be fun having you on our show.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
All right. We saved the funnest, if that's a word for last, April Cowgur. Cowgur. I can't say it. It's so hard not to say cowgirl.
You're doing a good job. You can call me whatever you want.
I love it. And you were there at that first show that we did at Universal Bar and Grill also. Do you remember that day?
I do remember that day. Danny was right. There was a fair amount of heckling, but I'm always open for that. So that's pretty cool. I like it. And I remember you, Joe, and Mista See and GT and everybody, the whole gang was there. So it was awesome. It was a good crowd too.
Yeah. So April, I saw you do drawing, right?
I do. Yeah, I'm an artist. I'm like a animation apprentice. I do like I've got some projects there. I do gallery shows and stuff like that too. So
yeah, I mean, I was very impressed. I saw your drawing. I was like, wow. I mean, it's
thank you.
No joke. It's not like a little doodle. It's really great drawing.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm doing that and comedy both as hard as I can because it's you can't be too busy, right?
Yeah. And you never know. Maybe one day you'll write a funny book and you'll draw all the pictures or something like that. Or a funny video with animation.
Exactly. I'd love to someday I've got a couple ideas that are sort of in the works. I am kind of working on publishing some different books, some children's books that are kind of funny, or hopefully, I don't know. And and then some coloring books that are more like geared towards adults. And then I'd kind of like to mesh everything together at some point in time. I'd love to do like a kind of like a variety show that has some animated parts and some stand-up comedy too. So we'll see.
Cool. So where did you originally come from and how did you get into comedy?
I'm from Illinois. I grew up in Springfield, Illinois. I'd like to argue that that's where the Simpsons really are from because we did have a lake with a power plant. So that feels right. But I also was in Chicago, Illinois for kind of a long time. And that's really where I went to go kind of grow in comedy. And so Edgar, I know everything you're talking about from where you started out. I did a lot of improv there and sketch comedy. I ended up working at Second City for several years. I was like an executive assistant there for a while, and it was fun. It was
that's the big improv school.
That one's like the Coca-Cola of improv schools. So it's just the big one. A lot of the SNL people came from there. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't if anybody ever keeps up with that kind of thing. I was there the year that they had like this giant fire. It's like a 4-story building and there was this big old fire. Edgar,
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. I was in the break room like sneaking a bagel. And I came back to the office and everybody was gone. Even this like 60-person children's comedy camp was gone. And it was like this moment where I was like, have I been left behind? Like, and I just realized the building was on fire and I didn't notice it because I was sneaking snacks.
Wow.
So I had
at least you realized. At least you didn't just sit around waiting for them to come back in.
Yeah, exactly. No, and then like a security guard and a building manager showed up and we all like, they're like, come with us. It was like a movie moment. We like checked every room and all 4 stories all the way down. It was a big moment.
Wow.
So everybody in my department, we all like went and got tattoos of fire on ourselves together after that. So it was fun.
Really?
Wow.
So where's your tattoo, April?
It's behind my ear. Let's see if I can show you. I forget it's there because I can't see it. Can you guys see that? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
really is behind your ear.
Tattoo.
Look at a
Wow.
little
It's like-
flame. It sort of
it's
looks
like a
like a
witch
vagina.
Mhm.
It's not though.
Take your word.
Wow. Well, that's
Yeah.
a great story. You survived a fire.
Yeah, yeah.
What happened to the building?
Well, hey, you know, the Chicago Fire Department, they're like as amazing as the show depicts. They managed to come in and they were able to save a bunch of the like historic theaters. You know, they
So it was like the whole block was on fire. It wasn't just one.
yeah. It was
small
like
fire.
you're right. It was like the whole block, and so they
Wow.
they did a lot of cool tactics to save some of those like old historic theaters that are within the building, because there's like 3 or 4 that are like, you know, a pretty big deal. So they were able to save it, and you know, the building was like torched in certain parts, but it really brought the city together. And you know, comedy is a really big thing in Chicago. I know it's huge here, but like Chicago doesn't have Hollywood and stuff like that, so they really love their comedy because it's like.
But you guys have Oprah. You have Oprah, right?
We got Oprah. We got
Yeah.
Jerry Springer.
Oh,
They got
wow.
Gunsmoke. They also have Gunsmoke.
Yeah, there you go.
Lots of
So,
dollars.
you know, but it was cool. We did one really big main stage show and invited all of the Chicago Fire Department to come see it.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was the rowdiest crowd we've ever seen. It was like, they got so drunk. It was cool though. They were cool. They were ready to laugh.
Wow, what an experience. All right, April, I'm so happy to have you on our show, and I think it's about time we start our show with all these great comics. So I'm going to turn it over to our host with the most, not hostess, Mista See,
Yeah.
enforcer.
Woo!
All right, round of applause from the squad, showing everybody interviewed. That's right, that's right. So we're about to jump right into it to start the Dive Bar Comedy Show. We have multiple comedians of multiple talent, some from way back when and some that's fresh and new. We're going to show you how it do. So get ready, because we're going to jump right into it. My name is Mista See, the Enforcer, a.k.a. Poppy Carl, the bad boy, a Skid Bags representative. And if you're going to be in Catalina, September 17th through the 21st, we having that Skit Bags Catalina Wine Mixer weekend. Grab a room. We're going to tear Catalina up in 2 weeks. So come on out. Hey, you, Carol. Talking to you, girl. Anyway, let's get back onto it. You guys ready for that first comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
I get a yeah.
Hey.
Let's fire up. Clap, 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 clap. We got a veteran coming to the stage. Some call him Dan the Man. Some call him Dan you can. Some call him Dan the Sand. And some call him Dan. He sounds like a piece of food. Archila.
Oh, thank you so much. Enjoy how I am brought up in the most amazing way by my favorite head of burnt asparagus. You know, there's nothing quite like that guy. Oh man. All right, so you can tell I'm a little bit of an uncomfortable person, and if it's not because my spine has like a bit of a Harry Potter complex where it's like shifting and turning and constantly denying that I have scoliosis, it's probably because I'm also attracted to like old women, like very old women. Like my last girlfriend was like 15 years older than me. And it made me feel weird because it's just like, I'm potty trained, right? Like, you like that? You like when because I fixed that. That was a, you know, no, but all right, my stuff. I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know I am very happy to say that I am single and I will never ever want to mingle again, as far as I'm concerned. That's why I removed my beard. I had a beard and I shaved it off. Because it was just looking too much like the fuzzy side of Velcro, you know? And it's like, I'm not the type, I'm not open for hookups right now, okay? I have attachment issues, okay? I will hug you and never let you go, like the space shuttle of sorts to your hearts, I suppose. Yeah, I'm an uncomfortable guy. I think that's probably because I like being uncomfortable. I like going ahead and I like just saying what's on my mind. And guys, there's nothing wrong with putting bananas in chicken ramen. I'm sorry, okay? I've been hit with this a lot. But like, if you don't have the dexterity to understand taste, Paulette, get the fuck out of this Zoom room. Mute yourself, leave, or please just assimilate into the background. It's easy. Watch, I'm gonna do this. I have a lot of opinions, man. A lot of opinions. I think it's always a weird thing when people are in conversation, they're talking shit about somebody else, and they just always want to offer like a preface just to make them look less shitty than the shitty person they're talking about. I'll give you an example. All right, let me go ahead and yeah, you know what, dude? I don't get him. All right, I don't fucking get his mindset. Don't get me wrong. He's a good guy. I like him. I love the guy. He's a great guy. But sometimes I just think Hitler's a dick. I just think he's terrible with giving us vacation days, dude. Fucking A. I don't care how many Australias, Nosferatus we have to trample over. I want my D-Day. I want my vacation in Denali. Anton Doodalito. Hey, come here. Are you going to that thing? Are you going to the showers? No, not for the Jews. The sexy showers with the sand. The women we make out of sand because we don't actually get any female employees here at the Gestapo's. Okay. Well, you know what? I might be mixing up terms, but I'll see you there, right? Wrong. Okay. Look, Hitler's not a bad guy, but also fuck Hitler. I have an affinity towards like really trying to stretch out my breadth of talent or lack thereof, and I wanted to know if you guys would like to see a terrible Kermit impression.
Yay.
That's something we're open to.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Hi, hello everybody. Kermit the Frog here, and today we're gonna talk all about why those dirty rapists of Mexicans should stay on the other side of the wall. Yay! Why are there so many songs about rainbows? What do those gays have to hide? Okay, now that's just uncalled for. Not only because like most people are calling me a twink, and I take that as a compliment because that means I'm still very skinny. But also, guys, I'm full blown Latino. Okay, I know how to be despacito. All right. I can make Shakira's hips lie for just a moment if it means that she can make a bit of my penis sordo sudo soga siga sma. I can't say Spanish. Fine. All right, I admit it. I'm a hack. I don't know, dude. I get bothered. I'm kind of a bothered person. I think that's because I hang out with a lot of I hang out with a lot of depressed friends. And you feel smarter when you hang out with them because you're not them, right? I'll give you an example. This one guy, he had to skip town because he thinks this group called, let's just say, Till Coney, right? Just to hide there. Which, by the way, it would be scary if it was like 5 minutes till Coney would come ahead and like snatch all the children in your life. Like that would be scary, but that's not that. He's scared of comedians. He thinks they're gonna kill him because he thinks everybody's an anti-Semite. And all I have to say to him is, buddy, this is LA. People are too lazy to kill here. Have you seen Breaking Bad? Oh, my girlfriend broke my heart, so now I'm going to break down her skin with some hydrofluoric acid. Oh, bitches be crying. It doesn't make any sense to me. That was a thinker. That was a good one. All right, I've been sweating my ass off, and I'd love to turn the mic back to your wonderful hosts and other comedians. Thank you so much.
Yeah, round of applause for
Yeah.
Teddy Archila, aka Too Lazy to Kill. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Great talent, gay skills, super versatile. I love the Kermit impression. I had no idea Kermit needs to be canceled immediately. He kept messing with that fat chick, so I thought he was kind of cool. I thought he was like into like Lizzo type girls. So I'm like, oh, Kermit's open. You know, he likes Lizzo girls. He like Miss Piggy. Miss Piggy wasn't no skinny broad. Now, she used to karate chop his ass, so maybe it was kind of like a Megan Thee Stallion. He probably needed to get a gun like that, what's his name? Tory Lanez. Is that his name? Tory Lanez? Yo, when the jockey and the horse get in a fight, sometimes you got to shoot the horse. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Kermit the Frog. Shout out to Tory Lanez. They live in the same lifestyle. And another big shout out to Danny Archila. That's right. We about to follow him up with the lady. She's from Chi-Town. Some call her Gunsmoke Shorty. Some call her the 4th month of the year. Some call her the lady that they see in fear when they wake up with a dry tear next to their ear. So you better get ready. Look through the gun smoke. Look through the fire that burned. She may have lit the building. I don't know, but I didn't say nothing. Don't you come to my address, girl. So get your hands ready. Show some love and give me a clap, 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 clap for April. Cowgur. Ride 'em, baby.
Thank you, Mr. C. That was an incredible intro. Thank you. I did not light the fire, but but maybe I did. I don't know. Anyway, we didn't start the fire. Maybe we did. I don't know. But okay. So I'm super glad to be here. Thank you guys for having us. Thank you for keeping comedy alive. Let's all give it up for a second for everybody putting this show on. Woo! Yeah. Right enough. Back to me. Thank you. Yeah, this is my time. So you guys, I hope you're all having a good quarantine. I would like to address the fact that my shoulders, for some reason, keep going in and out of focus. I'm just working on my ghosting, you guys. I'm working on ghosting. So that's yeah. I do have a quarantine confession. I've gotten a little lazy with my snacks. I'm gonna tell you about it. Okay, I'm not proud of this, but sometimes, you guys, sometimes when I get a little snacky, I'll take 2 pieces of white bread and I'll just put some mayo on it, okay? I'll make a mayo sandwich. I said I'm not proud. Also, if I'm kind of like mayo slumming it, I won't even go full mayo. It might be Miracle Whip, okay?
Oh.
Judge, do not judge me. But this is why I do not need Ancestry.com to tell me how white I am, okay? The proof is right there. You guys, we've made it to September 2020. Can you believe we made it? It's been a year. Some of my friends say that LA does not have all the seasons. They're wrong. Okay, we got all 4. We've got winter, spring, summer, forest fire. We got them all, you know? Yeah, it's the same here, you know, in the fall, like all the trees their leaves turn red and yellow and orange, but it's because they're on fire. So it's okay. Have you guys ever seen when the forest fires are up in the hills and it kind of looks like a big old volcano, you know? Have you guys seen that? I just kind of like to imagine this big like forest fire volcano demon up there, and it's trying to make a deal with all of us in LA, and it's like, sacrifice to me 1 virgin and I'll put this fire out. And we're all looking around like, I don't know any virgins. Do you know any virgins? Oh my God. And that fire is still burning today, you guys. We all promptly died. So that is that. What's my life? I started the year out. I started out 2020 with a breakup, which is a good way to go. Yay. No, it's a good thing. And which led to me needing to move out and find a place of my own. in the very beginning of a pandemic while I was on unemployment. So I don't know if you guys know this, but LA is a hard place to find a good apartment anyway. It was like there were 3 open apartments and 10,000 people that wanted them. So it was a little bit like HGTV meets the Hunger Games. So it's a little stressful. I do also deal with anxiety. So that was kind of hard for me. I do have a tip for you if you go through anxiety. Step 1, ignore it. Step 2, bleed out your ass. It works for me. So I did lower my standards for what I thought a good apartment would be. It went from like, oh, does it have good natural lighting, to just like finding the least murdery, you know? I don't even need murder free, just murder less, you know? I did find one good place that I liked, and I looked up reviews online for it, and someone actually put, would not recommend, the guy upstairs just got murdered. Okay, that's not even a joke. It's not even a joke.
Oh.
In normal life, that would be like a total red flag, but in quarantine style, I was like, I'm gonna need to know more about that murder, okay? Because if it's like someone off the street just coming and murdering randos, that I might have to think about. But like, if this is a lover's quarrel or a like I stole your drugs kind of murder, that sounds like a you problem, you know? It is not a deal breaker. I did finally find an apartment, so that's good. I'm excited. I'm living somewhere. And let me tell you guys, like I said, I am back on the dating scene. Okay. Which is kind of scary. It's letting me know that I do have some insecurities of my own. And actually, I found a guy. He's really sweet and cool. But like I said, it let me know that I have some insecurities about myself. And the whole idea of a new person seeing my body after that long, I felt like a landlord showing an apartment after like a tenant had just moved out after a long time. I'm like, okay, you know, take a look around, and if it looks like things haven't been updated or touched in like 10 years, it's because they haven't been touched in 10 years, okay? And don't even worry, we're gonna get rid of the carpet, okay? It's gonna be fine. So yeah, that worked out. Anyway, you guys, this has been so much fun. I hope you enjoy the rest of your quarantine as much as I do, and keep it going, all right? Woo!
Yeah.
Comedy.
April. Yeehaw, Cowgur. Chi-Town's finest. You know what I mean? She mentioned Gunsmoke. She also mentioned this September, which is a great month. I actually noticed a couple of people in the comment section that's actually also from Philly that are also Virgos. Actually, one of them is my sister, whose birthday is actually technically the 9th, which is today in Philadelphia, and my birthday's in a couple of weeks. So we're going to do a quick, short Stevie Wonder happy birthday to all the people in the chat and myself. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. All right, we out. That's right. A round of applause for April Cowgur. September represents Shirley, Jeffrey, and everybody else that's in September. Everybody that's before September, and everybody that's after September for life. Happy birthday, all you fuck nuts. All right. Are you guys ready for the next comedian? Can I get a yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. So our next comedian coming to the stage is Mr. Smooth Bruise himself. I think he even mentioned that people actually pay him money to tell jokes, so this boy must be good. So I'm about to give him to you right now. He's also another one from a place to let you know where it has a race. You better get ready. He wearing that red and he cool like a dread, but his hair is short like a fed. So you better get down because he hit you right. Keep it tight. Keep it smooth like a brother in his groove, and he's never gonna let you lose. Are you ready for the next comedian? Can I get another yeah? That's right. He sounds like a movie star. He's gonna take you far. He starts with the C, he ends with an N, and it's Mr. Chip Nicholson.
Yo, what's up? Thank you, man. Dude, that's what's up, man. You're giving some amazing intros, man. That is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Jesus. You look like, I love what you're wearing too. That's cute. You look like you're about to play Genie in the Bottle on steel drums to Voldemort. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
I love it. This is great, man. I have a lot of things I want to go over. I have a couple of ideas. First, I have some questions. Who is this doctor that Trump just brought out of nowhere? Y'all know what I'm talking about? The one from Nigeria? Does anyone believe this person? Right? Just out of nowhere, we have the cure. I'm sorry, I can't, not that accent. I can't believe that. Because I know what type of person I am. I know I'm an American, right? I know I'm American, and I've grown up watching way too many TVs and movies, and I just can't trust that accent with that message. We have the cure. That's not the right, no. That's not the right situation. Listen, like, okay, look, if we were all like lost in the jungle and we didn't know where to go and all of a sudden said, come this way, I'd be like, oh shit, pivot. Like, that's where we're supposed to be. But not for we have the cure. I'm sorry, I can't. Every time I've heard we have the cure in a movie, like a shink arm gets chopped off. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time, the next scene in a movie after we have the cure is just a doctor just washing his hands. Just, I don't know. I apologize, God. The blood everywhere. You know what I do? So I was talking to my cousin. My cousin's from Ghana, right? And he's living in Texas right now. And I was talking to him the other day, and I asked him, I was like, yo, man, what's it like over there? How hot is it in Texas? Is it hot? He was like, it is hot. I was like, I believe that. See, I believe that. I'll believe that. But not we have the cure. I'm sorry. Not I am the captain now. I'm sorry. I just can't, man. What happened with all these coins? Where'd all the coins go, y'all?
Yeah.
Huh? Right? Dude, my laundry has been sour for 3 weeks. I haven't been able to do. Where are all the coins, y'all? I went to 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven said go to Ralph's. Ralph said go to the bank. I went to the bank. They said someone took all the coins. Who the fuck took all the coins? I swear to God, if I go over to somebody's house and they have that 50 state commemorative piece, quarter, I'm strangling y'all, motherfuckers. You know how sour my towels smell because I was doing my laundry and then I didn't have enough.
Coins. Anybody needs coins? I got the coins.
Yo, please, I need those coins, man. Dude, like, I swear to you, I was walking down the street. I saw a quarter on the sidewalk. I picked it up. Fuck COVID. I need the coins. I need the coins.
I probably have $10 of quarters.
Where you guys finding all these coins? Dude, this is like the paper towel situation and the toilet paper situation with the coins all over again. It's stupid. Coin hoarders and shit. I'm gonna hold up someone at a coin store. I'm gonna be like, where the fuck you find these? You know what I've noticed, because we're doing like Zoom a lot. You know what I've noticed? A lot of adult braces. You guys know that shit? You guys notice that shit? That unemployment bill is coming in for a lot of adults. Dude, okay, because like I noticed, because okay, I used to have braces, right? And then I'm still to this day I have a terrible memory. I always lose shit. I'm clumsy, and when I was a kid, it was worse. And so I lost my retainers after everything was said and done. I lost 3 of them. On the third one, my dad was like, "Nope, that's the last one. We ain't buying you another retainer." So my teeth went back, right? So I'm on a family reunion Zoom call, right? And my dad pops up. He's like, "Hey, you like what I did? Nigga has braces. Why the fuck? I was so mad. I was so mad. I think I have like 43 seconds or so left.
About a minute.
Yeah, I got a minute. Okay. Then I'll say this last thing. What I really miss about like real like pre-quarantine life was church. I miss going to church because I miss people watching the pastors. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the pastors, you feel me? They would go in too hard on their sermons. Sometimes they would take it too seriously. And this one time, this one pastor, he was doing just that. He was talking about heaven and hell and life and death, right? And all of a sudden, this little girl right next to me, she starts crying. She's like, and I was like, oh no, what's wrong? And she was like, my dog died and he didn't know Jesus, so he going to hell. And I wanted to help, and I was like, no, don't you know? All dogs go to heaven, right? And she was like, really? But that's when the pastor said, because everybody goes to heaven, but not everybody gets in. And she was like, thank you, I'm Chip Nicholson.
Hey,
Oh, that's right. Chip Nicholson. I love that shit. And his daddy remind me of my daddy. I don't know if it's a black daddy thing or if it's just a hard ass daddy thing. But daddy will give up on your ass quick. I went to Head University, went down there, mom was helping me with shit, student loans. I messed up a little bit, but I got my shit got back in. My mom was down to pay. The government was down to pay. I called my daddy and said, boy, you done fucked up. I ain't paying for shit anymore. He abandoned me after 15 years. I was like, nigga, nah, you made it to 18. I'm done. Court said the paperwork is over. Your mother should have stayed with me.
Yo, he cut you off like that shirt, dog.
Wait, another round of applause for Chip Nicholson.
Thank
Yes.
you.
All right, next up, we got another talent coming to the stage, Smooth as Groove. Let me make sure I get the name right, because she got one of them names. Ooh, her name is kind of smooth and tasty. So her name reminds me of my last name. So my last name is Anthony and whatnot, you know what I mean, which is a French name, which I did for some research. So apparently we had some French slave owners back in South Carolina. Well, this lady's last name is probably one of her great granddaddies that helped make me the 6'4" troublemaker that I am wearing this small shirt. So let's give some love for a lady whose name is not only French, but it sounds like she tastes good as fuck. Miss Mary. I gotta what is that?
Thank you so much.
No, Mary Becquet. Is that it?
No, not exactly. It's Becquet. It's Becquet.
Becquet. Oh, yeah. See, I want to fill it up your schools. We can't read. That's not fair. Good job. Becquet, baby. Round of applause once more.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I don't know if anybody noticed, but yeah, I am an older white lady. So let's just get that right out of the way. I'm so old. You guys, I have smoked cigarettes on an airplane. That's legally. Yeah, I'm so honestly, Chip, I'm so old. I was like, oh my God, he's gonna fall off of that chair onto that dirty board. And like, here's the thing about like in 2020 being an older white lady with blonde hair, right? These old white guys, they think they know who I am. You know, like people look at me and they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? Your name's Karen, right? Yeah, like they just automatically assume I'm some rich asshole, like some entitled, fucking tone deaf, you know, probably Methodist. Like, no, that is not right. I am not a Republican because, like, they right, they hate so many things. Hey, I'm a libertarian. Yeah, we hate everything. So. What I hate the most is people calling me Karen. Like, it just makes me want to call the cops.
Yeah.
Then I'm just gonna cry a single tear, see how that guy likes it in jail. So no, I tell you what I am, which you can't tell from just flat looking at me, is 我有一个亚洲人的灵魂，在一个老腐败人的身体里面。
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yes, I have the soul of a 500-year-old Asian man inside the body of an old white lady.
Hot.
It's a little bit like, it's weird. Like I have all the stereotypes. Like I always want to smoke opium in this long pipe. Like, and I hate clutter, like this mic stand and one potted plant. That's all I have in my house. What others? Like, I have like terrible driver. Okay, I have that Asian stereotype, but I don't get into accidents because everywhere I go, I just drive 5 miles an hour. No, I do, but I'm serious. I totally do have all the stereotypes of an Asian person, and plus also I speak the lingo. Yeah. 我姓柯，名字叫玛丽. That means please stop calling me Karen. Okay. And I'm that person. I wanted to study Chinese even when I was in high school, and like my dad was kind of the same way your guys' dad was, but also like my dad, we had no money, but he always wanted to teach me stuff. Like he taught me how to drive a stick shift in high school, and also to smoke a cigarette and drink a beer all at the same time. My dad, right? So I told him, yeah, I want to move to China, study Chinese. And my dad's like, girl, you don't have to go to China to study Chinese. You can study it right here with us on TV. Got Bonanza, you got your Hop Sing on Bonanza. Got that Bruce Lee. Come on, girl. You got Mr. Miyagi. Yeah. Kung Fu guy.
Yeah.
Dexterity. Yeah, you guys, my dad knew 4 Chinese people, right? One of them was Japanese and one was a white guy. And like, it wasn't easy to study Chinese, thank you. Like for me, right? I sucked at it. I had to work really hard. Like even my professors would be like, Mali, you Chinese so bad. Like you like lao wai da biza, which means an old white lady with a big nose. And I would be like, your insults honor me. Thank you, master. My boyfriend at the time, I saw the one minute, like the boyfriend at the time was also like, Mary, you're going to study Chinese. Yeah, I like the Yosemite Sam. Like, I don't know if you should do that. I think to study Chinese, you have to be smart. And you guys, that's how I became the first American woman to learn Chinese purely out of spite. All right, thank you guys. I'm Mary Becquet.
Yeah. That's awesome, Mary Becquet.
Awesome.
She's so Chinese.
The Chinese lady. I like that. That shit. I don't know. That shit kind of sexy. You might want to roll up on a couple of brothers talking that shit. I mean, with like a hamburger, like just a little hamburger, just roll up on a nice, good-looking brother. Like, hey, boing, 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 boing. Might catch you something nice and young, girl. I'm just saying. Just a little advice. Just a little advice. We don't understand what you're saying. We like you more, ladies.
Thank you.
Another round of applause, guys, for Mary Becquet.
Woo!
He brought the international flavor. We brought the mixed flavor. And this gentleman, he's another one. You don't never know what he is. He's one of our original comedian exports. He might be Asian. He might be Latino. So we're going to fire it up a little bit. We already warmed up the Asian side. So we got to warm up the Latino side. So I need you guys to get with me on this. We got to warm up for this guy. We got a bun da na 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 na. Hey, bun ba da na 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 na. Hey, bun da na 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 na. Hey, bun da na 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 na. Hey, Edgar.
Woo!
Thank you. Let's give it up for the host to play Latino music for the Latino. You know, he was waiting for that to happen. Once he saw my name on the list, I got just a song for him. Was it just me, or does Mr. C look like Coolio? Yo, I love that Gangster's Paradise, bro. My favorite. But man, let's give it up for all your comedians tonight, man. Like really, I really learned so much about these guys. You know, I learned Danny likes to date cougars. I learned April lowers her standards in apartments. Can't say the same for men, I think. And I learned Chip messed up one of his muscles waiting tables. All right, that's a first. Usually it's like athletic sports, but you're a pioneer in that, man. But yeah, like your host said, I am Latino. You know, I'm proud of it too. Really, I am. In fact, Edgar Mota is my short name. Yeah, my full name is Edgar Raúl Mota Hernandez. You killed my father. I'll see you in hell. The third. Yeah. I'm originally from Chicago, born and raised. From a dangerous part though. Yeah, bro. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, I'm from Chicago. I'm from a dangerous part though. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's called Chicago. But yeah, like I said, going back, I am Latino, but I'm always being told I don't look Latino, you know. I'm always being told I look Russian, I look Armenian, I look awkward. Maybe that's what it is, you know. I know it's like a Zoom call but I'm gonna ask anyway, is there any Latinos here? I knew one, maybe. The one person I invited, no. All right. Well, if there's any Latinos on Facebook, muchas gracias.
I got a couple Puerto Ricans watching from Philly.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. What's up, Boricua?
Boricua.
Oh, yeah. But it's not just my ethnicity, even my race. They get that wrong too. Like, Edgar, are you white? Like, no, I'm not white. I'm pale brown. It's like white, but without the privileges. Was that a thing? Oh man, but yeah, growing up, I've been pretty, you know, I've been struggling, you know, romantically, of course, and I don't know why, you know, it's like even back since 7th grade, I used to get bullied by them, you know, so I had to make a rule, you know, from this day forward, I'm no longer going to talk to 7th grade women, and I stay true to this day. Yeah, it's my rule, not the federal judge. Yeah. Let's see, the last time I was on a date, Obama was president. Yeah, I was only 13. Yeah, no, I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I've never been on a date. I don't know. You know, I feel like people view me as a creep, and I don't know why. You know, I got nothing but nice things to say to people. Like, hey, I got you these flowers, you know, because they remind me of you. They're cheap and they're gonna be dead in 2 weeks. Oh. I don't know why. Why do they think I'm creep? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the way my dad raised me. You know, he didn't give me love. He gave me that tough machismo kind of love. You know, but I don't know. You know, because like But my dad, he's a good guy. You know, he's tough, he's wise, and he gets out of prison in 2048. I can't wait to see him again. But yeah, going back to that machismo, like even my graduation, he didn't really say congrats or hey, good luck in college. He was like, oh, so now you think you're better than me, huh? Oh, Mr. I graduated high school. Mr. I'm good at math. Mr. I can spot Africa on a map. I'm still gonna kick your ass when we get home. And he did. He just did. But yeah, it's just how it is. Yeah, I'm, like I said, pretty awkward person. You know, I think the first time I was trying to have sex, we kept our clothes on because we were both self-conscious. But I told people we still had we lost our virginity. You know, I told, hey, it matters here, bro. It matters. All right, guys. Usually I would end it with a joke here, but you know, I want to thank you guys for bringing me back. I know it's not the same as the first time I was here, but it feels the same way. You know, I say regardless of what's going on outside, keep this going. We need this in our lives. We need happiness, laughter, comedy. So, guys, let's give it up for your host. I'm gonna sign off. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Another round of applause for Edgar Suave.
Muted.
He freezes.
He froze. Y'all know how to dance. Y'all know how to jam. Y'all need to get drunk for Latinos. Y'all know how to do it. You know they make you eat their grandma's food, their aunt food. So okay. So I don't know if you know anything about a Latino friend, right? He gonna be like, yo, fam, let's go get one beer right quick. I'm like, one beer? Yeah, I got time for one beer. Next thing you know, it's 2:00 in the morning. You're forced to eat 8 plates of food and dance with your grandma and aunt all night. You're going to learn how to dance some salsa merengue before you walk out this bitch tonight. And guess whose party it is? It's the 1-year-old baby party. And the 1-year-old bed, Jack. And we all learn. So round of applause once again for Edgar Mota. We got one last comedian coming to close this goddamn thing out. She is the queen bee. She is the master of disaster, the diva of destruction, the lady of love, the technique of technical, the poo and booyah. Carol, clap, 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 close them out.
Yay, it's me! Hey guys, it's me, Carol Newell, the world's best laugh. That's me. So this week I went to 7-Eleven, you guys, and I was standing in line. I was wearing a little strappy sundress, and I have a little tattoo on my back, on my shoulder. It's a button about the size of a quarter. So this guy was like, hey, what's your tattoo? And I was like, it's a button. And he's like, oh, that's cute. That's very interesting. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, why do you have that? And I was like, because I do art with buttons. And he's like, oh, I like that. I'm like, hey, this guy is picking up on me. That never happens. And he's like, yeah, that's great. It reminds me of my grandmother. So that happened. True story. Also, I was driving the other day on the freeway, and you know how like when you're driving on the freeway and it'll have like a sign that says what the speed limit is and then how fast you're going, and it'll be like, you know, you're supposed to be going 55 but you're actually going 70. Well, this one had emojis. It had an angry emoji. And I started started laughing so hard. I was like, because it was really angry, like super angry emoji. I was like, you know what? I bet it's like a whole system. Like if you're only going 10 miles over the speed limit, it's a sad emoji. And if you're going 15 or 20 miles over, it's an angry emoji. And then if you're going more than 20 miles an hour, it's like a emoji. And more than 25, it's a police emoji. That was the funniest shit ever. And it worked too, because I slowed down. I was like, wow, that's really pissed. So that happened. That's genius. I don't know who thought of the emoji thing, but they got to do that everywhere because people will just be like, oh shit. So that was fun. I talked to my sister a couple of months ago, and she had been planning to go see some guy, and she was like, oh, I'm gonna go fly and see this guy, I don't know, somewhere in the middle of America. And it's like pre-COVID or whatever. And then I was like, oh, well, you better go before October, because then you're gonna need the real ID. And she's like, I already have the real ID. And I was like, great, well, I can't get one. And she's like, why? I was like, because mom decided when I was 3 years old to go to the school and change my name. I don't know why. She just decided to change it. She didn't do any paperwork. I wasn't adopted. Nope, no paper trail. So now I can't get the real ID because you have to prove all your name changes. And she's like, Mom, why did you do that? And my mom's like, I didn't change her name. Carol changed her own name. I was like, what, Mom? I didn't go down in 3rd grade and change my own name at the school. That's ridiculous. I was like, besides, if I was gonna, I would have changed to something cool like Cher or Madonna. That didn't happen. My mom, she's getting up there. So I'm an essential worker, you guys. I've essentially been working the whole time. It's so great to get out of the house, you guys. I love it. I live in a house full of estrogen. Every member of my family, including the cat and the dog, are all women. So it's all estrogen all the time. Yeah, not really. And none of our periods are synced up either, by the way. That's a fallacy. So somebody's always pissed off is what I'm saying. So yeah, I take that back. I did have to quarantine for like 1 week because I went on vacation and I went out of town. So when I came back, they were like, you have to take the test. And then I passed the test. Woo! I'm a good test taker. And then so like the Sunday before I was going to go back to work, I was like, I can't wait to go back to work. Which I never thought those words would come out of my mouth, you guys. So yeah, I was like, it was the worst 4 days of my life. It was the longest 4 days of my life to be home for that. I was like, one day I took 2 naps and I don't know what happened to the rest of that day. And the kid wouldn't leave me alone. She's 15 and she was like, I don't know what she thought, because I was here, she was going to get all her requests in for the rest of the year or something, because she was like, here every 5 minutes, can you buy me a new bed, can you buy me this, can you buy me that, can you buy me new sheets, can you buy me I want a flag, I want some clothes, can you buy me some shit? I'm like, go away. My Amazon account is busted. So that was fun, you guys. I got my DNA test done a couple of years ago. That was interesting. I grew up and my mom had always told us that we were American Indian, English, and Irish, and that our great-great-grandmother was full-blooded Chippewa Indian. So I was totally under this impression that I was Indian, just like the rest of this fucking country. Till I got my DNA test. Turns out, just pretty much white as fuck. Like 100% white, dude. Like British, Irish, Swedish, Norwegian, German, all the whites. All of everyone. I was like, Mom, where is my American Indian heritage? And she's like, I don't know. Maybe my father's not my real father either. Oh, good times. I don't know. That's crazy. So I'll leave you with this. I have a list. Oh, actually, I have two things. First of all, I'm doing a drive-up comedy show on September 18th, Friday, September 18th, drive-up comedy. Please track me down at the World's Best Laugh and get the details, because come out and watch our show. It's going to be great. It's in the Valley in Van Nuys, and so it's centrally located in Los Angeles, and it's going to be a fantastic show. The other thing is you can follow me at the World's Best Laugh, because I have other shows. I have outdoor shows. I have live shows. I have more Zoom shows. So follow me on the World's Best Laugh. And then the last thing that I'll tell you is I have a list of no-nos, of things that Carol doesn't like. Which some people find humorous. So I'm going to share them with you. The first thing on my list is I don't like left turns. I don't. Dangerous. Me and UPS, we don't like left turns. I don't like to go back. Like if I leave the house and I'm going to go run errands, I want to do like a big circle. I don't want to go like here and then come back to the house and then there and come back to the house. I want to go in one big circle. And then the other thing is when I get home from work, I don't want to go back out again. If I sit down on the couch, it's not going to happen. I'm not going back out. I don't know if it's the age or I have no idea, but once I've sat down, it's over. I don't like French fries from anywhere except McDonald's or Del Taco. I don't like vegetarian food. I don't like any of that tofu or eggplant or any of that. And I don't like Burger King. I don't know why. I just don't like them. I don't like Walmart. I boycott them actively. And actually I have a good reason for that, because they pay their workers shit wages and they don't promote women. So fuck Walmart. I don't like Fantastic Sam's. I don't think they're fantastic. And I always have to back in. I hate backing out of a parking space and then somebody invariably comes behind you and then you have to slam on your brakes and you're like, God dang it. So I always back in. I'm a backer inner, a serial backer inner. So that's my list of no-nos, and so enjoy that and make your own list. And that's it for me, you guys.
Yeah, that's right. Carol, the goddess you Woo, that was our closing comedian, guys. Tore the thing up. And she also, to close out, brought up a couple of very important things. She noticed how her mother had stolen her name, right? Changed her name. Well, my grandmother, God rest her soul, when she was a child, because my family is from the sharecropper stock. My grandparents was all sharecroppers, all from South Carolina, both sides. I think they was all family, and they somehow all came to Philly and fucked each other. It's kind of weird. That's probably why I'm so big. I'm 6'4". I'm fucking huge. Somebody was a cousin. So anyway, sharecroppers. Well, my grandmother did not have her birth certificate. She had no idea when she was actually born, and her parents couldn't remember the actual day. So they was either drunk or just fucking real hard, or just maybe it was a whipping day. I don't know what it was. So my mother was born on March 3rd. Well, my grandmother, just like out of the blue, even though it was suspected the 30th was hers, she just picked the same day as my mother. So for like 40 years, my mother kind of held like this grudge against my grandma, like, that bitch stole my fucking birthday. She stole my birthday. That's not her birthday. I'm like, Mom, you are 57. She is going to be dead soon. Just wait. Okay, calm the fuck down. God rest my grandma's soul. Because, the tangle web we weave when first we practice to deceive, but it ain't nothing but love, because that's how we hug. Another round of applause, everybody. For Carol Newell, the tore the goddamn thing up. I'm going to do a quick close out with a little bit of stupid singing, because I'm feeling this Spanish mood tonight. Well, I'm going to say everybody's name all the way through from beginning to end. And then Wild Joe's going to take us home. So let's go back to a favorite from the days of learning Spanish that I learned my first singing Spanish song. La cucaracha, yo no quiere caminar, porque no tiene, porque no falta. Yo no quiero que fumar. One more time. La cucaracha, la cucaracha. Yo no quiere caminar porque no tiene, porque no falta. Something with the R. Yeah, that's what it's all about. Give a clap for all the great talent that came to the stage tonight. We had to start off with my man Daniel Archila. Yeah, that shit popping. And then we have my girl April Cowgur. In my head. My man Chip, he don't play that shit, Nicholson. Bang, bang, bang. They may have my girl, Miss Mary Becquet. Becquet. That's what I'm talking about. Let me have Jeffrey come through the spot. He had me all banana. Edgar Mota. She might not be the beast from the east, but she is also the best from the west, and she always comes from the chest. And she do it out in the park like she ain't got no stress. Miss Carol Newell. Tell us where we go, baby.
All right. Wow. Mr. C's shirt is getting shorter and shorter the longer he talks. He's a new job as the Zoom Chippendale. I don't know if they have Zoom bachelor parties. And
Yo,
Zoom
Mr. C, I'm right here with you. I got you.
They don't. We got a new
We got squad. We can get some cash app money up here.
Oh man, yeah. Some people are asking for
that
Venmos.
Oreo cookie.
If anybody wants to
at the end.
Venmo ones to Mr. C, just do like a bunch of $1 Venmos over to your that'll show your appreciation. Anyway, oh my gosh, you guys, it has been so fun seeing all of you again, and some of you for the first time, but mostly people I've known for a long time, and we are keeping comedy alive. Like April said, we got to keep this stand-up scene, the underground dirty dive bar scene going, even though there are no bars. Everything else is open again, but there are no bars pretty much. So when we get bars open, we'll be back out there in real life, and who knows what's going to be happening. But I'm happy to see all of you. We are every Tuesday night. We're live streaming on Facebook, and that's on the Dive Bar Comedy page on Facebook. And then the replay is up the next day everywhere. divebarcomedy.com. You can find it on iTunes, Android Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, a bunch of places. Honestly, I don't even know all the places it is, but it's everywhere you listen to podcasts or watch podcasts. It just shoots out to everything. So there's no excuse. Listen and watch. And most of you are sitting around at home. Well, I don't know if you're sitting around at home or not, because there sure is a lot of traffic, but you're supposed to be sitting around at home. So you have nothing better to do. I know you binge watched everything there is on TV already. So it's time to give some real people a chance to entertain you. And here we are. So support your local community. We're LA's finest comics. And we're happy to bring this live show to you every week. Dive Bar Comedy. Thanks to all our comics. Thanks to all the people that are listening and commenting on our feed. We appreciate you, and I hope you guys had a lot of fun watching. Have a great night. See you guys next week.
Thank you.
Look at my slave feet.
Good night.
Damn.
Facebook.
Oh my God. Yeah, watch
no.
again.
Now get on out of
So
here.
good with that. Bye.